Good morning and welcome to the Morning Cup. It's 11:53 a.m., 73 degrees, and I think this is April 9th, 2025. Quite a breeze. It's probably going to interfere with the microphones. It wasn't too breezy this morning. It was pretty comfortable. I started off with my glaucoma medicine, and then when I went to go charge up my phone, I realized my legs was a little... Yesterday I didn't take any pain relief at all. I actually just slept from about 8 very well, and slept from about 12 to 3:30, 3:40, and then slept again for about an hour after the afternoon, so around 5:30 to 6:30. So I was just mentally exhausted. Especially dealing with bureaucracies and all these catch-22 shits and all the rabbit holes they want to run you down. It wears me out mentally. I had to have a day off. I'm feeling pretty good this morning, but I knew when I was charging my phone and earbuds, AirPods, I knew I was going to have to go. Well, I knew I was going to have to go shopping anyway, because I was down to just a chunk of cream cheese and 9 pounds of rice. Always got the rice. I ain't going to go hungry. Don't get worried about me missing a meal. You know, it's go run into the fast food places, piss away $20 on stuff that I don't want to eat, can't eat, shouldn't eat, must not eat. That cigarette already went out. It was actually a pretty good night. I was really fatigued. Left almost about 7 hours straight, just boom, right on. Yeah, I ain't got no prostate urinary urgency problems. The only time I get polyuria, pissing a lot, is when there's a cold, stiff breeze. That's just, I think that's the adrenaline, the stimulation just makes me want to piss like a racehorse. I'm actually doing pretty good with the slight alterations in my diet. I've got my dental pain completely under control. This morning, actually, I was doing a lot of chores with the teeth. I first started with the mouthwash, and then the toothbrushing, and then I put on. Actually, I like the generic Ambisol Oragel stuff. They call it Orosol. I like it better than any of them. I actually put about the same amount as I did the first time with Ambisol. It was a milliliter and a half or something like that, maybe that. And boy, it appears to be more potent. When it says 20%, it's 20%. It actually covered a larger area, got to it and did it quicker than the Ambisol. But I'm eating. They added a little cornstarch to it, but I've been eating that, that pollock fake crab stuff. This time I'm gonna breach a little bit. I bought some sweet and sour sauce because, let's face it, even the best, unless you let it come up to room temperature, it's about 70 or 80 degrees, there's not much flavor to cold imitation crab made out of pollock. So I broke down and bought a couple of little 42-cent sweet and sour sauce because yesterday or the day before yesterday, that beautiful couple in that rare convertible sports car, had a non-tomato sweet and sour sauce on I don't know what you would call it. It's not quite duck sauce. It wasn't anyway. But yesterday, it's really all I did was cook and then sleep and shit. I cooked 3 meals. Cooked 2 meals. I cooked 1 meal and put it back, ziplocked it stuff for later in the day, and then I cooked a cream cheese and carrot stew kind of thing. I've been eating really healthy. I'm getting more B vitamins now, thanks to. What did I do wrong this time?
I just want to give you a blessing.
Leafy greens, that's my favorite food because that allows me to pick out what I'm going to eat. Thank you so much. God bless. You too. It is a lovely day. $20. It is a gorgeous day. The wind is kind of, this morning the wind wasn't so bad. It wasn't, actually when I first got up the wind was almost nil and minor, 3-4 miles an hour tops. Now you can kind of see it gusting up to, and when it gusts up I get shit in my eye. Gusting up to 20. Right now at the moment it's right at about 5, 6. Anyway. Yeah, I know I sound like a really boring weatherman. But I'm in a better mood because even based on the little bit of pain relief I've already had, it's just having that. And I started today, actually, the joint I smoked this morning, which wasn't not very much, it was helping with the pain right off the bat. And I realized that and also for those of you who don't know it, Xanax and other benzos, that's what one of the primary things that they were marketing Neurontin for, gabapentin, now used in this magical disease called fibromyalgia, which didn't exist 25, 30 years ago. Nobody ever heard of it. But some benzos, Xanax does, and I did an experiment with a doctor. It was official with Neurontin, and I told him my official results was that Neurontin does alter the perception of pain. But I think it has a serious limit. After about 100 milligrams, that's the end of its helping you with pain relief. A lot of people, they complain about pain all the time because they have a GABAergic defect in their head. I try to understand you people that just bitch and piss and moan about every little fucking bump you get and just whine. It's perhaps because you have a different perception of pain due to GABAergic defects. But I would suggest you use Neurontin, gabapentin, rather than using Xanax, because Xanax should be reserved for worst case anxiety, post-traumatic stress, the worst disorders. It's the best, but it should not be abused. Never take more than 2 milligrams. I don't think you have any more neuroreceptors. And I've seen people consume 20 of them, and they're really at the same spot after they consume the first 2 milligrams. I keep telling them it appears, I haven't found any science on it, it appears that 2 milligrams of alprazolam will exactly coat almost all the GABA nodes, it'll join at the right spot on the GABA nodes, and apparently do enough or cover enough to where any additional is unneeded. It's just a waste. That's the problem I have with drug abusers, is they waste drugs. Alcoholics waste alcohol. Tell you what, us cigarette smokers have a tendency to not be too wasteful with the tobacco. Right, Cass? Cass said that I hate wasting a fag as he was taking another puff on camera. I do too. It just kills me to throw away, because that's more than half of the tobacco. It's more than half of the cigarettes. I haven't even smoked a third or a quarter of the cigarette. Anyway, if I get pumped up, if I get enough pain relief, but also I might want to just sit here and enjoy not being in just crushing pain all the time. It's really great to sit here, except with this wind, on a nice sunny day, and not have that constant background aching and crushing feeling from, chronic. It's technically called chronic acute pain. Chronic's when you have pain episodically. Acute pain is any event in which the pain is intense. So what I have is chronic acute. You got to know how to talk to doctors and look for stupid words like idiopathic, or what did that doctor gift to what's her face. She was just the ultimate pill-seeking, drug-seeking pseudo-tumor cerebri. Yeah, doctors will make up names just to get you out there. After she had spent a ton of money or used her insurance or her husband's insurance, he was a fireman. She got her husband into it. She was, from the time she was very young, 25, 26, she began a lifetime of filing bankruptcy every 7 years, working the system, getting all the cards, buying a ton of shit, which you get to keep. Even loser Larry Dockweiler said the great thing is you get to keep the stuff you buy. There are tons of people that do Chapter 7 debt relief every 7 years, and they know that the first thing, as soon as you clear the bankruptcy courts, at least 3, now there's more now, you get 4 or 5, credit card companies will just send you a card pre-approved in the mail because they know you can't go bankrupt again for another 7 years. That you got to negotiate with them and put up with their phone calls. That's the deal. But a lot of people do it as a lifestyle. Yeah, I'm trying to decide where I'm going to have the urge to wander or not today. I've already gotten in, and it is actually some of the most painful is just me getting in and out of a small vehicle, Uber, to go up in there, and then having to get up and down because usually inside and storing stuff, I have to get up and down because of top shelf shit while shopping and stuff like that, and extreme reaching and crap like that. I feel pretty good. I feel like I want to have an afternoon adventure, but I don't know where the fuck to go. I'm thinking about going out to the lake. I just try to make the use out of these because I don't really take pain pills unless I need them and have to have them. And today, in order to be heaving around, 8-pound jugs of water and shit like that, I need pain relief. Anyway, I'm glad when the minute the wind slows down or whatever, I just instantly feel better. I just come back to life. I got all kind of shit that I'm supposed to do today. I'm supposed to book a medical trip. When they're telling me that it's okay if I just do it by video and use their and when the transportation people have already told me that they'll take the booking, but then a day or two later they're going to tell me they cancel because it's outside of their range that they want to pay in. It has to be 75 miles or less. They've been doing it for years. And whenever I have a doctor in Austin, they have no problem with it, and that's the other branch of Superior. Sorry, I'm just rambling about it. I'm in a fairly good mood, though, because I got the shit done without just a lot of grinding, crushing pain and shit. And I know later today, it's like yesterday afternoon, I rolled up a fatty. I only smoked half of it, and it was just a lovely evening last night. It was especially because I'd gotten rest during the day. I didn't make any more videos yesterday because I was sleeping or recovering from sleeping and getting ready to nod again. Me yelling is making myself to do this high pitched boy. I don't like that. I'd rather speak like Liam Neeson. I swear to God, Liam Neeson's got it in his contract that they pump up the bass and clarify whenever he's talking. They clean up to where that's the only sound you're going to hear when he's talking. Pay attention. I've been listening to it. His voice doesn't really match the kind of volume and the range and stuff, especially on the low end, compared to the other actors. I think he's got a deal with him that he has to have his guy mixing the sound on him. They do voiceovers. They redub a lot of movies. A lot of movies have crap sound, and they got to go into a quiet studio and record the voices and remix the sounds. God, movie making is so complicated. I like it my way, where I just push a button and I'm gone. And it's fairly highly productive. I just made 20 bucks off of this video. Yeah. That's actually this morning. I knew I was going to be having because yesterday I was inactive. This morning, one of the things they gave me yesterday was a washcloth. It's horrible. It's maybe actually good for the complexion, but I hate the way it feels. It's 87% cotton. It's 13% some sort of bizarre fabric that's unknown to me. I know it feels terrible when I touch it. It's got a kind of a sharp. Anyway, but first thing this morning, man, yeah, it's after my first cup of tea. I got a good hot. Somebody heard me, whoever, they heard me mention about the fact I don't want to buy. That's the only thing that's for sale. You can either buy one for $2, or you can get 18 washcloths for $4.98. Yeah, to kind of echo one of my new subscribers, or subscriber who recently commented, is he was pointing out his selection of camping gear. Is he admitted he's like me, he's a cheapskate. I am. I don't like pissing away money on overly fancy or unnecessary shit. And I expect good prices on the shit that I buy. I pretty much won't buy it unless the price is reasonable. It has to be somewhere close to reality. Anyway, God, it's only now noontime. We got like 8 hours of usable light. I'd love to go to somewhere, especially it wouldn't hurt to go out to the lake, because I don't think anybody'd mind if it's some old crippled guy in a wheelchair. I'd have to take an Uber XL. But I just took one and got it for $6.90-something, almost the same charge as the non-XL. Since yesterday, fucking Uber's been jacking up prices. They doubled it yesterday. Fucking asshole. $15 is a lot of money to me. What do you think I fought and worked so hard to get fucking $35 worth of, or $37 worth of bullshit charges from AT&T, which I think they just go like, well, we already robbed you, we already got away with it, so now we'll give it back to you at our original contractual, obligation. It's our original contract. Oh, that wind starting to make it kills my desire to talk, because I can't talk in my natural voice. I have this constant urge to speak loud enough to break through the crackle of the wind on the earphones, and I can tell that the wind is hitting the earphones probably right on. The microphone probably right on and popping out my. I guess I'll let it go here. I got little chores I got to do here, and that's what I need pain relief for. That constant, even just leaning over, picking up stuff off the ground while I'm still sitting in my wheelchair. It gets to my lower back and shoulders and shit like that. It's not pain free. That's one of my options today, is to just sit here and try to have as pain free and depression free a day as possible. And I want to really thank my friend for now the third time bringing me plenty of medicinal grade glaucoma medicine, and antidepressant and anti-inflammatory and anti-pain. It covers all those things. I'll let you go. The wind ain't letting up, and there's a 30-miler. Yeah, okay. I'll let you go. I don't feel like yelling over the noise or over the wind. maybe I'll have something to say later.